Welcome to the Conversion Bible. This deep dive is powered by Growth Suite. Now, Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns on your Shopify store. You can test it out for free. Just head over to the Shopify App Store. Today, we're tackling something every Shopify owner thinks about. How do we get past just making sales? How do we build, real loyalty? We're diving deep into customer lifetime value, CLTV, using Shopify Analytics to improve customer lifetime value, CLTV, the Conversion Bible, as our guide.
Exactly. It's not just about that first click or that first buy. It's about the whole relationship, the long game. CLTV is basically the total revenue, the total value a customer brings over their entire time with you. So our goal today, give you a clear plan, how to use your Shopify Analytics, build that loyalty, and, well, create a more profitable store.
Okay, let's start there then. What exactly are we talking about with customer lifetime value in e-commerce? What's the core idea?
Right. Simply put, it's the sum total of all the money a single customer spends with your store, from purchase one until they, stop being a customer. It counts everything, every repeat purchase, over however long that relationship lasts. Knowing this number is really powerful. It tells you how much you can actually afford to spend to get a new customer, and, maybe more importantly, how to keep the ones you have happy.
That makes a lot of sense. But, we're often so focused on getting new sales now. Why should CLTV be such a high priority?
Because that first sale is just the starting line. High CLTV means loyal customers. They buy, again, they tell their friends. That's free marketing, basically. And they're consistent spending. That means predictable revenue. It takes the pressure off having to constantly chase new leads. It's just, more sustainable.
Right. Sustainable growth. Okay, so how does Shopify Analytics help us here? It's got to be more than just seeing daily sales figures, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Think of Shopify Analytics as your mission control. It's gathering all this data about how people find you, what they look at, what they buy, how they behave on your site.
So it's actually giving us useful intelligence, not just numbers for the sake of numbers.
Precisely. It tells you where your best customers are coming from. What are their buying patterns? What do they reorder? Which marketing emails actually worked? It helps you understand the why behind the sales.
And understanding that why is directly tied to improving CLTV, I guess.
Directly. Like we said, keeping customers happy and buying retention, that's what drives CLTV up. The longer that relationship, the higher the value. Analytics shows you where the opportunities are to strengthen those bonds, personalize things, make them want to stick around.
Okay, so when I open up my Shopify admin, where should my eyes go first in analytics if I'm thinking about CLTV? What are the must-watch spots?
Good question. Start with the main dashboard for that quick overview. Look at total sales trends, definitely. Online store sessions, that's your traffic baseline. Returning customer rate, huge for loyalty. And average order value. Those are kind of your big picture indicators. Then you can drill down into the reports.
Drill down where? Which specific reports are most valuable here?
Okay, so the sales overview gives you the nitty-gritty on revenue, refunds, all that. Helps understand net profit. Then there's customer behavior analysis. That shows you how people actually move through your site. Where do they drop off? Super important. Traffic sources, vital for seeing which channels bring in actual buyers, not just visitors. And of course, your conversion rate. What percentage of visits turn into sales? That tells you how well your site's actually working.
And Shopify keeps updating this stuff, right? Any recent changes, say in the last couple of years, that are particularly helpful for CLTV?
Yeah, definitely. They've added more granular filtering, which is great. Lets you slice and dice your data in more specific ways, like analyze just the customers who bought product X last month. The advanced segmentation tools are better too for creating really targeted groups. And the integrations with third-party apps have improved a lot. Pulling in data from your email or loyalty tools gives you a much fuller picture of that whole customer journey and its impact on CLTV.
That sounds like it helps connect the dots. But the source also mentioned Shopify Analytics has its limits. It's not the be-all and end-all.
That's fair. It's a really solid foundation, but it doesn't do everything out of the box, like really deep predictive modeling saying this specific customer has an 80% chance of churning next month. For that kind of advanced insight, you often need to look at those third-party apps. They offer more sophisticated segmentation, predictive stuff, often more custom reports. Think of Shopify as the excellent base camp, and these other tools are like the specialized gear for the really tough climbs in understanding customers.
Gotcha. So we know what CLTV is. We know Shopify gives us data. How do we actually calculate it? Is there a simple formula?
There are a couple of main ways. For a quick estimate, a basic approach is average order value, multiplied by the average number of orders a customer places per year. Then multiply that by the average customer lifespan in years, How long do they typically stick around? Gives you a ballpark figure.
Okay, a starting point. And the more advanced formula the source mentioned, how does that differ?
Right? The advanced one gets closer to the actual financial impact. It factors in profit margin and how many customers you lose. Basically, average revenue per account, similar to AOV, times your gross margin, so your profit per sale,
Yeah.
divided by your churn rate, the percentage of customers you lose over time. This one really focuses on the long-term profit each customer brings.
And Shopify doesn't just, show me a CLTV number right there on the dashboard usually.
Not always as a single dedicated metric, no. But you can absolutely find the pieces you need in the reports. Average order value, how often customers order that data, is there. And like we mentioned, tons of Shopify apps exist specifically to calculate CLTV for you, automate it, which saves a lot of time. Once you have that number, the key is tracking it. Compare it over time. Are your efforts working? And maybe look at industry benchmarks too, see how you stack up.
You mentioned metrics like average order value and returning customer rate earlier. How do these individual pieces actually affect the overall CLTV? It's all connected, right?
Absolutely. It's all interconnected. Think about it. Increase your average order value, maybe through bundles or free shipping tiers. Boom. CLTV potential goes up. Get customers to buy more often, increase purchase frequency that directly boosts their lifetime value. Customer retention rate. That's fundamental. Keep more customers, your churn rate goes down, CLTV goes up. It's direct. Even things like checkout conversion rate matter. A smoother checkout means fewer abandoned carts, more completed repeat purchases. And cart abandonment rate, obviously the inverse. Reducing that helps. Finally, you always have to balance this against your customer acquisition cost, your SaaS. You need your CLTV to be significantly higher than what it costs you to get that customer in the first place. Right? The economics have to make sense. Okay, let's talk segmentation. The source really stresses this. How does dividing customers into groups help improve their lifetime value? Well, think about it. Not all customers are the same, are they? Different buying habits, different needs, different spending levels. Segmentation lets you tailor things. You group customers based on shared traits, maybe what they buy or how often. Then you can target your marketing, your offers, your communication much more effectively for each group. It means more relevant experiences for them, which builds loyalty, which ultimately drives up CLTV. It's about precision, not just blasting everyone with the same message.
And RFM was mentioned, recency, frequency, monetary value. Can you unpack that a bit? Sounds like a classic method.
It is classic, but still really effective. RFM helps you identify your best customers and those who might be drifting away. Recency, when did they last buy? Recent is good, means they're engaged. Frequency, how often do they buy? Often means loyal. Monetary, how much do they spend? How vendors are valuable. By scoring customers on these three things, you can group them. You know, your VIPs, your occasional buyers, maybe customers you haven't seen in a while who are at risk.
So I could literally create segments like high value, medium value, low value based on RFM and then treat them differently.
Exactly. Your high value folks, maybe they get early access to sales, exclusive products, VIP perks. Reward that loyalty, encourage more spending. Medium value, focus on maybe upselling or cross-selling. Nudge them towards becoming high value. Low value or infrequent buyers. Maybe targeted discounts or special offers to get them re-engaged, buying more often. It's about strategic engagement for each group.
How do I actually use Shopify's reports to spot those at-risk customers versus the really loyal ones?
You can filter your customer list in Shopify reports. Look at last order date. Someone who hasn't bought in, say, 90 days or 6 months, depending on your business. They might be at risk. Or look at purchase frequency. Has it dropped off for certain customers? For those at-risk ones, you can tag them and try a win-back campaign, maybe a personalized "we miss you" email with a discount. Your loyal ones, high-frequency recent purchases. They're your candidates for referral programs, maybe beta testing new products.
And cohort analysis. Grouping by sign-up date. How does that help with CLTV insights?
Cohort analysis is fantastic for seeing long-term patterns. You group customers by when they first bought, like everyone from January 2024 is one cohort. Then you track that group's spending over months, even years. You might find that customers acquired during a specific sale or from a certain marketing channel have a much higher CLTV than others. Maybe your summer sale cohort keeps buying for years, while the Black Friday cohort fades faster. That tells you a lot about the quality of customer you acquired and helps refine future campaigns.
Okay, this is making sense. We've got the data, we've segmented. Now for the practical stuff. What are some real concrete strategies we can use based on Shopify Analytics to actively boost CLTV?
Right, turning insight into action. A big one is loyalty programs. Points for purchases, VIP tiers with escalating benefits, rewards for referring friends. Your analytics can tell you what kind of rewards might motivate different customer segments most effectively.
Personalization seems to be a recurring theme, too. How do we use the data for that specifically?
Absolutely key. Use purchase history for product recommendations on-site in emails. Makes sense, right? If they bought hiking boots, recommend waterproof socks. Segment your emails based on past behavior. Send different offers to different groups. You can even tailor the website experience. If someone always buys organic products, maybe highlight those more prominently when they visit.
And just the overall experience, navigating the site, checking out.
Huge. Optimize that whole customer journey. Use analytics to find friction points. Is checkout confusing? Is mobile clunky? Streamline it. Make it easy, intuitive. A smooth experience, especially on mobile, reduces frustration and encourages people to come back. Fewer abandoned carts mean more completed purchases over time.
What about specifically encouraging those repeat buys? That seems crucial for CLTV.
Definitely. Subscriptions are great for consumables. Coffee, skincare, whatever. Automate those reorders. Replenishment reminders work well too. Hey, looks like you might be running low on X. Post-purchase follow-ups, not just receipts, but maybe tips on using the product or just a thank you, keeps the connection warm. And those win-back campaigns we talked about for inactive customers, a targeted offer can often bring them back into the fold.
Shopify has that live view feature too. It looks cool seeing the map light up, but is it actually useful for long-term CLTV strategy?
It can be, yeah. Live View gives you that immediate real-time picture. Who's on your site right now? Where are they from? What are they adding to carts? Who's checking out?
Like taking the pulse of the store in real time. How does that help CLTV, though?
It's about immediate feedback and quick adjustments. Say you launch a flash sale. You can watch Live View. Are people actually converting? Or are they getting stuck somewhere? If you suddenly see a bunch of people abandoning checkout right after adding a promo code, maybe the code isn't working. You can fix it instantly. Fixing those real-time friction points improves the immediate experience, making it more likely those customers will come back later, boosting their potential lifetime value. Okay. So it's less about the long-term view itself and more about fixing immediate issues that could harm long-term relationships. Exactly. It helps you react quickly to optimize the current experience. A smoother experience today makes a repeat purchase tomorrow more likely. It all contributes.
We've covered the basics of Shopify Analytics well. What about store owners who want to go deeper? Any more advanced techniques to really maximize CLTV insights?
Yeah, for sure. Predictive analytics is a big one. This often involves third-party apps using machine learning. They can forecast things like which customers are likely to churn soon, or when is this customer segment likely to reorder. That allows for really proactive, targeted interventions. Also, really digging into comparing cohorts and segments, finding subtle patterns like customers who buy product A first tend to have a 15% higher CLTV if they also buy product B within 60 days. That level of detail. A/B testing is crucial, but linking the results back to CLTV metrics in your analytics. Did variation B not only increase conversions, but also attract customers who spent more over the next 6 months? And integrating with more powerful tools, Google Analytics, for deeper traffic analysis, maybe specific CLTV tracking platforms can unlock more advanced segmentation and automation.
What about omnichannel? Connecting online with offline, if a store has both, how does that play into the CLTV?
That's increasingly important. If you have, say, a physical store or pop-ups and an online store, connecting that data is key. You want a single view of the customer. Use Shopify POS or integrate your system so a purchase in-store is linked to their online profile. This gives you their true total spending and interaction history. Then, focus on a consistent experience everywhere. Same branding, same service quality online and off. Use your channel reports in Shopify to see where your highest CLTV customers come from. Maybe your in-store events attract really loyal online shoppers later. And seamless customer service across channels is vital. Good support anywhere builds loyalty everywhere, driving up lifetime value.
Okay, we implement loyalty programs, personalize emails, optimize checkout. How do we actually know if it's working? How do we measure the impact on CLTV?
Good question. You need to set specific goals, KPIs, like increase repeat purchase rate by 10% this quarter or decrease churn rate by 5%. Track these KPIs consistently using Shopify Analytics and any other tools you're using. Watch the trends over time. Is your CLTV calculation actually going up month over month? Be ready to adjust your strategies based on what the data tells you. If a campaign isn't moving the needle, try something else and calculate the ROI. How much extra revenue are these loyal repeat customers bringing in compared to the cost of the loyalty program or the personalization software?
It helps to hear how others have done it. The source had some case studies, right? Real businesses using this stuff.
Yeah, a few good examples. One was a subscription box company. They used cohort analysis, found out when people usually canceled. So they started offering a little bonus or special item right before that typical drop-off point. It significantly reduced churn and boosted CLTV for those cohorts. Another was a fashion retailer. They identified their top spenders using RFM, then gave them early access to new collections and personalized styling tips via email. Their AOV and purchase frequency went up noticeably. And a food brand saw lots of first-time buyers from social media who didn't return. They set up an automated email just after the first purchase with a small discount for the second order. Big jump in repeat purchases and CLTV. The key takeaway from all of them: look at your data, find your opportunities, make targeted changes, and keep testing.
Sounds like having the right apps can make this easier too. What kinds of Shopify apps are helpful for focusing on CLTV?
Definitely. There are apps specifically for CLTV analysis. They'll do the calculations, maybe offer some basic forecasting or segmentation. Strong integration with your email marketing platform Klaviyo, MailChimp, which other is crucial for acting on segments with personalized campaigns. Some dedicated customer segmentation tools offer more advanced options than Shopify's built-in features. And, of course, loyalty program solutions to manage points, tiers, referrals efficiently. Saves a ton of manual work.
What are some common roadblocks or challenges store owners hit when they try to tackle CLTV improvement, and how do they get past them?
A big one is incomplete data. Maybe offline sales aren't tracked well or data is stuck in different systems. Solution: integrate everything you can into Shopify for that unified view. Privacy concerns are real. You have to be transparent. Tell customers how you use data. Give them easy control over their preferences and opt-outs. Build trust. Scaling could be a challenge. As you grow, basic Shopify Analytics might not be enough. You might need higher-tier tools, maybe even hire an analyst. And there's often that tension: short-term sales targets versus long-term CLTV investment. You have to champion the long view. Recognize that loyalty pays off significantly over time, even if it takes investment upfront.
Looking forward, what's next? What are the future trends in optimizing for CLTV on Shopify? Where's this heading?
I think we'll see even more AI and machine learning, more automation and personalization, making it feel truly one-to-one, even at scale. Predictive CLTV models will get more accurate, helping forecast revenue and churn much better. Personalization will just get deeper, more nuanced, based on richer data profiles. And probably new analytics tech emerging, maybe better ways to visualize complex data, or tools for real-time sentiment analysis based on reviews or support chats. It's always evolving. So really, the main takeaway is this: Shopify Analytics isn't just for looking back at what happened. It's your toolkit for understanding customers deeply and actively building value for the future. It takes a strategic mindset, using that data consistently, and always being willing to iterate and improve.
Absolutely. It's about putting those insights to work, isn't it? Calculating CLTV, understanding your segments, tweaking loyalty tactics, testing, learning from the data. That data-driven approach really is the path to a stronger, more profitable, more resilient Shopify store. This has been a fantastic deep dive on the Conversion Bible. And remember, this podcast is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns easily on your store. Give it a try for free. Just search for Growth Suite on the Shopify App Store. Test it out today.